the urine was really flying.
I could never pose nude.
Still waiting for those pictures. Yeah! Treading water until my modern dance career takes off. I'm John Henson. Welcome to another half hour of Talk Soup. Hey, thanks to the excellent Helene Schiller over at Sony PlayStation. She was kind enough to cough up an NFL game day, and let me tell you, I was having an early Super Bowl preview earlier today. Right, yeah. Let's take a look at some of this. I think you're going to see some of them. Oh, look at this kickoff right here. All right, I'm getting ready to receive right here. Rocket Ismail. Go, baby. Go up the sideline. Run it, run it, run it. Watch this. Look, look. Oh, with a 360 spin. Oh, yeah. All right, so I went down, but I did have the 360 spin there, and then I think there's another little play. Check this out. Yeah, I'm Brett Favre dropping back. Let's see what I do here. Little handoff, little handoff, little handoff. Oh, you're gonna, oh! It's still a gain of 7. It's still a gain of 7. I got that going for me. So let's see what I do on second and short. Brett Favre, co-MVP, second year running. It's a passing play. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that I got. It's so nice of you to show me getting sacked.
You got to pick up that blitz.
I was trying to pick up the blitz, Tom. I'm trying to do a bunch of different things here.
You did the screenplay like
I was trying to do the screen. Tom wanted a screenplay on every. All right. They're trying to hurt me. That's roughing the passer. Unnecessary roughness. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Plus, special in-studio guest, Darth Vader.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Well, thanks for coming by, Darth. Coming up, Mira Sorvino barks like a dog. Matthew McConaughey replaces a divot. And yet another reason to stop watching this show.
People who don't watch television, and people who watch a fair amount of television who seem to engage in most sex.
And the people who make TV don't get any at all. First up, Melissa and Vicky are after the same man, a fellow by the name of Gary, who feels dandy about his double dipping. Still, the gals would rather he choose just one of them and get on with his life. See, Melissa's been living with Gary for 5 years. That beats Vicky's 4 months by a long shot. I could tell you more, but since I'm tossing to a Jerry Springer highlight, anything I say might detract from the madness.
What's your problem with her? And then we'll bring her out. What's your problem with her?
She's just around. She's convenient for him.
Well, coincidentally, she happens to be around here as well. Here is Vicky.
Oh, did you see Melissa catch Vicky's punch? Like, oh, that was awesome, wasn't it? But can she stop her bull rush?
I've been around for 5 years. You've been around for 4. Yeah, exactly. Who'd he choose? Thank you. Who'd he choose? He's getting ready to choose somebody now. Exactly. Thank you very much. I ain't got no problem with it. I ain't got no problem with it. You don't see me tripping, do you? You seen him sleeping with me Saturday night, come back Sunday night for the same thing. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. It's your story. Tell it any way you want, girl, you know. It's all good. I know
why do you want to be with him?
That's why he keeps coming back for more, because it's all good.
Yeah, nice tackle. God, there's only one thing this clip is missing.
The next time you're on national TV, wear some underwear.
Don't even bother re-rolling the tape, Fred. We already looked. You can't see it. You know. Guess there really is no such thing as a free lunch. Monday on Jerry, friends and family beg 17-year-old Diane to break off her engagement to 29-year-old Kenny. Current line is 4-1. They'll be successful if the kids are from the Midwest, 3-1 if they're from the East Coast, and 60-1 if they're from the great state of Arkansas. That's where my money is. The gal's a good mutter. Yeah, she's a good mutter. After 4 years doing late night, Conan O'Brien has had his share of disappointing guests. Unlike my appearance, which was such a memorable 3 minutes of classic TV that they've never asked me back. Oh. The other evening, Conan took a look back at some of his most regrettable guests, a list that happened to include his own mother.
Last May, you remember this, Andy, last May for Mother's Day, I thought it might be fun to have my mother on the show. Sweet woman, I thought it's kind of a gimmicky thing. Let's get my mom on. And folks, that also turned out to be a huge mistake. Take a look.
Conan was such a funny kid. I remember when he was about 8, he started wetting his bed.
Mom.
He hated being wet. So he'd jump into his brother Justin's bed.
All right, Mom, don't...
Then he'd wet Justin's bed.
Okay, that's enough.
Then it would be Luke's bed, then Jane's bed, then Neil's bed, then Kate's bed. Whew, boy, the urine was really flying.
I don't talk to her anymore. We go through lawyers.
Other guests Conan said he'd never have back included a bug expert who ate her own arachnid and a Smurf collector who refused to talk about his Smurfs. Guests I'll never have back include...
No one's gonna harm you, not while I'm around.
What? Why is he singing?
No one's gonna harm you, no sir, not while I'm around. Demons will charm
Great. Monday, Conan's got Billy Crystal.
with a smile.
No, he's not going to do the falsetto.
But in time,
Oh, God.
nothing will harm you.
Oh.
Not while I'm around.
Get off of this, please. Don't encourage him. Monday, Billy Crystal, the actor, is back on the big screen in Woody Allen's flick Deconstructing Harry. Period. Propecia.
There's no one named Propecia, John.
No, it's not a name, it's a word, Fred.
Oh.
It's the world's first oral medication used to treat male pattern baldness. Dr. Deborah Luftman swung by the Home and Family set to chat about the new miracle drug. But don't get too excited. Propecia won't be out for another couple of weeks. And should mention that there are some rather nasty side effects.
It actually reverses hair loss. It causes new hair growth and slows
To
down
what
the whole
extent? I
process.
mean, we take a look.
Let's get specific here.
How much would it grow?
Well, there have been some studies where there have been up to maybe 60% more growth in that area. So I think it's quite impressive.
So there is hope for me to look like a chia pet once again.
You never know, maybe we should experiment with
I'd
you.
love to do it.
Yeah.
What are
We should come 6 months from now
I
and
want
see
to talk about the potential side effects, though. Now, what are the potential side effects?
That's maybe the clincher, maybe not. It's the side effects. There's few. There's only 2% of the population who take the medication.
Excuse me. We just put this picture up of
Oh, my gosh.
There you go.
Propecia. Yeah.
Pre-Propecia.
Yeah.
All right, so what are the side effects?
Yeah.
So the side effects are only seen in about 2 out of 100 people taking the medication. But the side effects are impotence and can be lack of sexual drive, as well as a loss of semen, amount of semen.
So
Well, I guess I'm going to stay bald.
Oh, you're not interested in having any more
Time to go buy a hat. Yeah.
Studies suggest that Propecia works better than Rogaine.
But Rogaine wouldn't put a damper on your canoodling.
Thanks, Darth. But you don't need to say canoodling, just say sex from now on, okay?
Sex.
That was creepy. Monday, the founder of Hard Candy Nail Polish will talk about new beauty products for 1998, and won't that be fun? We can hope she doesn't toss that nail polish for men at us again, like that worked. Keep your eyes on the pretty, pretty pictures. Later, a voluptuous nude model displays her wares on The View. And Mark McEwen finds out just who's having sex these days. But straight ahead, Mira Sorvino thinks, and just goes for it.
Now he thinks he's a big dog. He lost his fear of speaking, and if someone comes into the house, he barks for about 5 minutes, but in a big, deep voice.
Oh.
Here.
Welcome back. Stray dogs have it kind of sucky. Your owner dumps you out in a Sears parking lot. You eat other animals' excrement to survive, and then the pound offers you a rub behind the ears and a bowl of puppy chow before giving you the old Kevorkian adios. That is, unless an Oscar-winning actress happens to spot you while you're in New York City, pluck you from death row, and take you home to her indie film loving hero boyfriend. This Tonight Show highlight, Mira Sorvino proves it can happen. Only in America.
He had been on the shop block for 5 days, and apparently they only have 3 days generally before they got gassed. So I got him on his last day because they thought he was very adorable and somebody would take him. And he's the best pet in the world. But anyway, he's somewhere between like a giant chihuahua and a small whippet. So I don't really know what
So when you say he doesn't make any noise, if someone breaks in, is it... I mean, what is it? I mean, how's he protect? He does hand signs?
No, actually, he's... No, now he thinks he's a big dog. He lost his fear of speaking, and if someone comes into the house, he barks for about 5 minutes, but in a big, deep voice.
Oh. Well, that's very good. That's very good.
And then he howls, too. I wish he was here. I almost brought him, and he can howl.
Yeah, oh.
And so you just sort of say, howl, dear, howl. He goes, ooh.
Hey, do you have a dog, Darth?
I don't have any pets. I'm evil.
Oh, but you were singing show tunes.
Yes, but... show tunes are evil.
Okay. Well, nice to have you here. You want a bagel or something?
No, thanks. I'm fine. I had a scone.
Okay. Let me know if you get hungry or thirsty. Monday, it's a repeat Tonight Show. Tune in to see Lisa Kudrow promoting Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. I never miss an issue of American Demographics magazine, which is why I'm so surprised I didn't catch the results of their recent sex survey. Reporters John Robinson and Jeffrey Godbey brought their analysis of the subject to this morning's Mark McEwen. Not only did they find that college grads weren't getting much action, but they also discovered some other alarming trends.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. All right, let's go down the line. Liberals or conservatives?
Yes.
Which ones have sex more often?
Well, liberals have more sex than conservatives. And if you wanted to make a bad pun, I guess you could say that liberals may lust after sex and conservatives lust after money. But for whatever reason, there's a statistical relationship there.
All right, also...
Except at the extremes.
Okay.
The extreme conservatives also, you see, so the curve sort of comes down and then goes back up again. It seems to be that people who feel passionately about politics feel passionately about other aspects of life.
Another thing I found interesting, people who watch television, you would think, oh, honey, no, I'm watching TV. Not that doesn't go that way.
Yeah, again, that goes against the more and more phenomenon. That is that we usually find that people who watch television are less engaged in other activities. This turned out to be the reverse. It's actually a more complex relationship. It's people who don't watch television and people who watch a fair amount of television who seem to engage in most sex.
Who's Doing the Nasty was the title of that clip. Godbey and Robinson said that figures of absolute evil prefer phone sex to physical encounters. Just go to promo, please. Thank you. This morning gets in on the whole vague promo act when they welcome a celebrity guest to make time for a famous person Monday. No.
No one's gonna harm you, no, sir.
Not again.
Excuse me.
All right, that's enough. Hold your horses. That curvy, not to mention Hungarian nude model is waiting in the wings. But before that, how about a golf-related chat with Ann Ligori? I'm open after the break.
Monday.
Still Talk Soup, still John Henson. Attention, attention! Talking golf, conversations with Ann Ligori shall henceforth be referred to as Sports Interview with Ann Ligori. Yes. As the operator would say, please make a note of it. Talk Soup has obtained an advanced copy of Monday's show. Excuse me, interview with Matthew McConaughey. Seems Ann was able to convince the Texas-born actor to make some startling revelations about his life and his golf game.
When your father passed away, did he have a heart attack?
Mm-hmm.
He had a heart attack after making love to your mother? Is that what I read? That is wild.
Isn't that great?
And he talked about that was the way he...
Yeah, he called it.
Oh, get out of here.
It's one of those Babe Ruths. He called the shot.
No way, really?
Yeah, I sure did.
I guess if you have to go, that's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
Either there or on a golf course, right?
Or how about making love to your wife on the golf course?
What is this?
Redskin head cover.
I hear you're a big Skins fan.
Yeah.
How'd you become such a big Washington Redskins fan?
I started when I was about 4 years old. And this linebacker, Chris Hamburger. And as a kid, favorite food was hamburger, so I liked him. And then always watch Westerns at night. And living in Texas, obviously everyone's for the Cowboys, and I was always rooting for the Indians.
Excuse me, and I know it's your show and all, and I don't mean to pry, but is it a good idea to start off your interview asking Matthew McConaughey about his dead dad's sexual habits? I mean, come on, what does that have to do with golf?
I wouldn't have done it that way, I'll tell you that.
Well, obviously. For more of Ann's lengthy discussions with McConaughey, be sure to tune into Monday's Sports Interview. It's on the Fox Sports Regional Network. Right. Yeah. Despite the success of their movie Good Burger, stars Kenan and Kel haven't been able to escape the grim realities of everyday life. They have to do their own cooking, they have to run their own errands, they have to do their own depressing cable promotions that involve giving cars away with buns on them. It gets worse. Sometimes they even have to clean house. Yeah. Kenan Ivory Wayans got them to spill the beans.
Both of you 19 years old?
Yeah, 19 years old.
Living alone and everything, in Los Angeles. It's wild.
You got your own apartment?
Yeah, we got our own apartment.
Got our own apartment? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How y'all liking that?
It's cool, but, you know, sometimes we get in, like, little crazy adventures. Like, one time I was over at Kel's house, and we were just watching TV. And I was like, let me get a cup of water. He was like, well, all my glasses are dirty. So we was like, well, you know, use a washing machine and stuff. And he was like, I don't have no detergent, right? And I was like, well, just use the liquid soap stuff,
Put the liquid soap in there, and, you know, about an hour later, the whole kitchen is filled up with bubbles. I don't have a towel or a mop, so we cleaning it with paper towels. We ripping them all up, trying to fix it up.
That's the young man thing. You don't know no better. You figure, son, this will work.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dirty underwear, just flip them over, brother.
Oh, my God, that's disgusting.
Yes, I refer to that part of my underwear as the dark side.
Oh, God. All right, guys, don't laugh at your own jokes. All right, it wasn't that funny. For Christ's sake, I should know. I wrote it. We've teased her the whole show. Now it's time to give you the goods. Meet Mana, Hungarian nude model. To say she was curvaceous would be quite an understatement. The glamorous. Welcome back. It's not every day I get to roll tape of a plus-size Hungarian nude model living in Glendale, California, named Mana, who bears it all in the name of art for a group of elderly folk and the always witty View hostess Joy Behar. Nope. No, sir, not every day.
I'm at the Brandt Library in Glendale, California, where people are painting a nude model. Her name is Mara. She's from Hungary, and we're going to be talking to her in a minute. I think she's lovely. I think that she really projects a certain kind of beauty that you don't see in the magazines. She's not shy. She's not inhibited. She just feels pretty relaxed about herself, and so I think that she projects that to the artist.
She has this magnificent kind of aura.
She's terrific, my favorite, and she takes beautiful poses.
And they love painting her, every single one of them that I spoke to.
She has all these wonderful curves and all these great shapes, and she's a beautiful lady.
We had to go all the way to the valley to find someone who was more than 110 pounds. See, now, I could never pose nude. In fact, I've always said that for a man to see me naked, I have to be in his will.
It's very good. I fear when they love me, and I also fear when they don't.
I'm here for my piano lesson, Madame Suzatska. Those taking the class say they enjoy painting Mana's voluptuous curves. You know, if you got that kind of time. Monday, the View crew hangs with Cosby's Doug E. Doug, not to be confused with Doug E. Fresh or even Doug E. Hauser, though I don't think that will ever be much of a problem. Tune into our weekend show and hear this. Well, I know I'll be here. I have to be. I'd like to thank our in-studio guest, Darth Vader, everybody. Hooray!
Pleasure was all mine, John. I'll be at the Ice House, January 23rd through the 25th. 3 big shows Saturday.
Okay, I'll
Call for reservations.
Oh, all right, I'll call. Thank you, Darth. Well, Tommy, we've come to the end of another show.
Yep.
You know what tomorrow is?
Sonora.
Friday, yes! Goodbye, everybody!
Sonora.